Hey, what's going on guys? This is Gaming Fiends, and in this video I'm going to talk to you guys about the new PvP system that's going to be introduced in World of Warcraft Legion. So, this new PvP system is going to be a lot different than the PvP system we currently have. In our current system, we get currency such as honor and conquest, and we use that to buy PvP gear. In the new system, there's still going to be PvP gear, however it's going to play a lot less of a role. And there's not going to be any PvP specific stats like resilience or PvP power, and there's not going to be any dual item level like we saw in World of Draenor, where there's an item level for PvP and an item level that's outside of PvP. Alright, they're getting rid of both of those things. As far as I understand it, I believe that PvP gear and PvE gear are going to be pretty interchangeable. So, you can use your PvP gear for raiding, you can use your raiding gear for PvE. They're not necessarily best in slot or anything, but they are interchangeable as far as I understand it now. In this new PvP system, there's going to be something called a prestige. It's sort of a prestige system, and basically what this means, if you're familiar with Call of Duty, it's similar to that. It's actually really similar to that. But basically, the max PvP rank you can get to is level 50. So as you play PvP, your rank is going to increase. It doesn't matter if you win or lose, really. I think it just increases as you play PvP. Kind of like you play PvP now at a lower level and you get experience in PvP. I think it's going to be like that. I don't know if your experience goes down. I don't think it does. I think it only increases. But basically, once you get to level 50, you'll have unlocked all the abilities. So as you increase your rank over time, you'll also gain abilities over time. And the cool thing about these abilities is that they're made specifically for PvP. So these abilities are going to be completely centered around PvP gameplay, which I think is really interesting and will definitely spice up PvP as far as the abilities the characters are actually using, since they will be more centered around using for PvP objectives and scenarios and stuff like that. So I think that's definitely a bonus. That's kind of a long-awaited feature, that there's going to be more abilities that are more specific to a PvP setting. So another thing that we're going to be seeing is, I already talked about the gear a little bit, and with the gear, it's not going to be super relevant. It doesn't really matter what gear you have. Everyone is going to be pretty even in PvP. The main difference that's going to set people apart are the abilities that you can actually unlock. But basically, as far as stats and stuff like that, a fresh level 100 is going to be pretty much the same as someone who's been playing a level 110 for a long time. So right now in World of Draenor, if you are level 100 and you have full conquest set and you're playing against someone who just dinged level 100, you're pretty much going to win no matter what. Skill doesn't even really come into play there. If you have that gear, you're so much better than the other player that you're probably just going to win every time. So that's what Blizzard just kind of wants to eliminate, is that they want skill to play more of a role in PvP and want it to be less centered around gear. Now, I don't necessarily agree with this approach. However, I do kind of like that they're taking a new approach to things. It's a fresh new PvP system, sort of. So I really think it'll be interesting. Even if it's not necessarily better, I think it's definitely good that there's going to be a new change of pace, because PvP has stayed the same for a really long time. As I pointed out earlier, and as they pointed out on the Twitch live stream for World of Warcraft Legion, the current system that we have has been in place since Burning Crusade, so maybe it's time for a new change. So yeah, and that's really my main gripe about this new feature, this new PvP system, is the fact that a fresh level 110 will be as good as someone who's been playing for a long time. However, if you're skilled, you really don't have to worry about it. So it's really a disadvantage if you devote more time to the game. However, in a way, it's kind of a win-win, because if you're skilled, you really don't need to rely on gear. And if you haven't been playing for that much and you're not super good and you don't play that much, then you can still be relevant in PvP, because you won't have to worry about grinding honor points or conquest points to get your best in slot gear. So it'll definitely be interesting to see. There'll also be cosmetic rewards for this, so there'll be like maybe mounts and gear sets, but most of all, the one that caught my eye was the reskins for your artifact weapons. So there's going to be artifact skins that are only obtainable through PvP. There's also other cosmetic rewards, like for your character portrait, there'll be like a little symbol that'll show your prestige rank. So if you're prestige 50 and you go all the way back to prestige 1, you'll gain a prestige rank. You'll lose all your abilities, but you'll gain a prestige rank. And so up at your character portrait, like where your horde symbol or alliance symbol is now, there'll be like if you're rank 1, there'll be like a shield. If you're rank 2, there'll be like a sword and a shield. If you're rank 3, there'll be like 2 swords and a shield, something like that. which will be really cool. And yeah, I think this gives a lot of replayability, assuming the awards are actually worth getting. So the goal you're working towards in PvP is really more towards the cosmetic rewards and items that you can obtain, and less so about the actual PvP gear that'll give you an advantage in PvP. Which, like I said, it's not necessarily better, but it is different, and I'm glad to see a new, fresh PvP system in place. And I like to see that the PvP community is getting a little bit more attention and content from Blizzard. So, tell me what you guys think about this new PvP system in the comments. I think I like it so far. Obviously, I haven't actually played it yet, so kind of have to wait and see. But I think it's definitely a good change of pace, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. So thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.
I'll fucking kill you.